widespread belief that building muscle after the age of 60 is virtually impossible, leading inevitably to frailty and dependence, is not only outdated but has been firmly dismantled by modern science, which now affirms that older adults, even into their 70s, 80s, and beyond, can significantly rebuild muscle mass, regain strength, sharpen cognitive function, and maintain independence by incorporating a strategic combination of nutrition, physical activity, and scientifically validated supplementation, particularly with creatine monohydrate. Far from being a supplement reserved for young bodybuilders, creatine is a naturally occurring compound in the body that plays a fundamental role in cellular energy production and is now recognized as one of the most extensively studied and safest performance-enhancing substances available for aging adults. Contrary to the long-held notion that sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, is primarily driven by hormonal decline, such as lower testosterone or slower recovery rates, current research underscores that the true culprits lie in declining neuromuscular communication, reduced nutrient absorption efficiency, and impaired mitochondrial energy output, all of which can be directly supported and improved by consistent creatine supplementation. Studies published in peer-reviewed journals, such as the Journal of Gerontology and Neurobiology of Aging, consistently demonstrate that a daily dose of 5 grams of creatine monohydrate can increase muscle strength, support neuromuscular function, enhance bone density, and even improve various aspects of cognitive performance, including memory recall, mental stamina, and processing speed. These benefits translate into very practical outcomes: improved balance, reduced risk of falls, greater ease in daily activities such as climbing stairs, rising from a seated position, or carrying groceries, and heightened mental clarity, all of which contribute to a greater sense of autonomy and well-being in older age. Interestingly, the decline in physical ability often begins not in the muscles themselves, but in the central nervous system, particularly in the motor cortex and spinal cord, where motor neurons degenerate over time through a process known as denervation, which leads to less efficient recruitment of muscle fibers. Creatine combats this by facilitating the regeneration of adenosine triphosphate, ATP, the body's primary energy molecule, allowing not only muscles to contract more efficiently, but also neurons to fire with greater speed and accuracy, which accelerates motor response, increases muscle activation, and sharpens reaction times, thereby reducing the likelihood of accidents. Remarkably, a 2019 study found that creatine improved neuromuscular function in adults over 65, even in the absence of intense exercise, suggesting that its neurological benefits are powerful enough to offer meaningful improvements in strength and balance on their own. However, when paired with even modest resistance training, such as bodyweight squats, chair stands, or resistance band exercises, the gains in strength and function are significantly amplified. Beyond physical enhancement, creatine's influence on brain health is equally transformative, especially in older adults facing common age-related cognitive issues like forgetfulness, mental fog, and reduced focus, which are increasingly understood to be linked to diminished cellular energy rather than irreversible brain aging. Research from experimental gerontology in 2018 shows that creatine supplementation restores the energy buffer within neurons, improving working memory, reducing mental fatigue, and enhancing information processing speed, particularly in individuals with lower dietary intake of creatine-rich foods, such as red meat or seafood. This makes vegetarians, older adults with smaller appetites, or those on restricted diets particularly likely to benefit from creatine supplementation. The protocol is refreshingly simple: a daily intake of 5 grams of creatine monohydrate, ideally consumed with a carbohydrate-containing meal to enhance absorption, combined with light resistance exercises like 2 sets of chair squats, wall push-ups, or short walks, can over time retrain the body's neuromuscular circuits, increase stability, and renew mental clarity. Creatine is not a steroid, does not disrupt hormone levels, and, despite persistent myths, has been conclusively shown in numerous long-term studies, including a 2022 systematic review published in Nutrition, to be safe for healthy older adults with no adverse effects on kidney function, even when taken daily over extended periods. There is no need for cycling off as one might with stimulants or certain medications. Rather, creatine accumulates gradually in muscle and brain tissue, and regular use is what delivers cumulative, compounding benefits. Furthermore, creatine's impact extends beyond muscular and neurological function to a variety of cellular anti-aging mechanisms. It has been shown to reduce chronic inflammation, which contributes to many age-related diseases, support mitochondrial health, which underpins all cellular energy production, and promote DNA integrity and repair, thereby potentially lowering the biological rate of aging itself. Emerging research even hints at creatine's protective potential against neurodegenerative conditions like Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and mild cognitive impairment, suggesting it may one day be part of preventative brain health protocols for aging populations. For those concerned with practicality, studies from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition have shown that older adults who adopted a simple routine, daily creatine plus 3 weekly sessions of light resistance training, achieved muscle strength gains of up to 50% in just 12 weeks, even in individuals over the age of 70. These gains are not merely statistical, but translate into real-life improvements in posture, mobility, confidence, and the ability to live independently. Creatine's osmotic properties also improve muscle hydration and volume, giving muscles a denser, more resilient structure, which aids in protein synthesis and injury recovery. The overarching theme is one of empowerment. Aging does not have to mean decline, and older adults are not passive victims of biology, but active participants capable of reshaping their physical and mental trajectories through simple science-backed choices. By starting small, adding a scoop of creatine to morning oatmeal, performing a few squats after brushing teeth, or taking a daily 15-minute walk, older individuals can establish habits that create a virtuous cycle of improved strength, clarity, mood, and independence. This shift in perspective, from resignation to revitalization, challenges the outdated cultural narratives around aging and emphasizes that vitality is not a privilege of youth, but a possibility at any age when guided by the right knowledge and consistent action. In essence, creatine offers not just a physical edge, but a psychological one as well, restoring confidence, reducing the fear of falling, and empowering people to participate more fully in their lives, whether that means playing with grandchildren, gardening, dancing, or simply enjoying the freedom to move and think without constraint. It's a quiet revolution in the science of aging, one that doesn't require extreme diets or punishing workouts, but instead embraces a compassionate, evidence-based strategy to support the body and brain from the inside out. By integrating creatine into a holistic lifestyle, one that includes nutrient-dense foods, restful sleep, social engagement, and regular movement, older adults can not only slow the effects of aging, but in many cases reverse them, reclaiming strength, resilience, and clarity once thought lost to time.